Hi, this is Proma from Mashable, and today we'll be ranking the top 5 Oscar-nominated animated short films. At number 5, we have Memorable from France. This film is about a man who's he's starting to forget. He definitely has some sort of neurodegenerative disorder, or he maybe has Alzheimer's or dementia. He's starting to kind of lose grip with his surroundings, including his wife, who's the only person who recognizes, but then by the end of it, he doesn't really recognize her. And you see the reality kind of visibly crumbling around both of them as she hopes for him to get better, and he's just trying to go about his daily life. I put this film at number 5 because honestly, the animation style wasn't totally to my taste. It's beautiful and it's very, very impressive. And also it was a little difficult to understand what exactly he was going through, though I think that is probably intentional. And all of the summaries of this movie are pretty intentionally vague. At number 4, we have Daughter. Similar to Memorable, I didn't really love the animation style of the characters in this film, but again, it was very striking and impressive. It's just kind of a visual taste thing that will be different for everyone watching. However, I loved that there's some really intense cinematography in this one. You don't see animation usually using like handheld cameras, and there's a lot of motion and running around. That was very striking, but it looks really cool. I loved all the little details of the background and of their world. Number 3 is Kitbull. It's a very simple, very cute animated short about a stray cat that ends up befriending a pit bull in someone's backyard, and it turns out that the pit bull is probably is getting a little bit abused or gets injured at one point halfway through, and they form this really cute, pure friendship, which is very cautious because this cat is obviously afraid of befriending a dog, but it's really beautiful to see them kind of come together and decide to stay together and take on the world as a team. Number 2 is Hair Love, which is about a little black girl trying to do her hair in the morning, but her mom's not around and her dad is, so she watches her mom's old YouTube videos, which are actually hair tutorials. There's no dialogue in the film except for from the YouTube videos that her mom made, which is narrated by Issa Rae, who has a very comforting maternal voice in all of this. And as the short goes on, you sort of piece together that the mom isn't around anymore, and it becomes very bittersweet in that way. But by the end, the daughter Zuri and her father find a way to work together and to do her hair just like she wanted it, like her mom's. I think this film has a very strong chance of winning the Oscar. All of the animated shorts are really emotional, but this one is kind of different, and I think it's just really relevant. We talk about how the Oscars are so white, and this short isn't. My personal number 1 is Sister. It's an American film that tells the story of a young Chinese man. He says he wants to tell you the story of his sister, and he imagines how his life would have been different going through their childhood and the different stages of it. All of the animated shorts are really sort of emotionally stirring, but Sister in particular actually got me kind of tearing up. I watched it at my desk and I was like, Even though Sister was my favorite animated short, I believe the Oscar is gonna go to Hair Love. I'm 1000% okay with this. It's a wonderful film. It tells a beautiful story in just a few short minutes with minimal dialogue, and it's really heartwarming, so I wish them all the best.